Sir, start up and fly to Company HQ ASAP. They need emergency resupply. They will brief you on the details.
Was that him?
Roger that, thanks. Alright, let's rock and roll.
Okay, where's the on button? Okay, right, it's dark. Welcome back to Viet Guam. It has been apparently... Oh, scenery is just visible. Apparently it has been 9 months since I did this last. Which shows you just how... Aha! Flashlight. Shows you how long this has been. So hopefully I can still remember how to do this. Alright, so power, C, further. On. Is this bus, main generator on. Battery, I'll probably need that. Okay, let's shut this off. Okay, so one of these here is for the console. Let's try... turn these on. See if I can see anything now. If I... Yes, that looks like I've... Oh, I have also got the internal dome light. There we are, green as well. So let's turn this off, if I can remember what the control is. It should be Control-Shift-L. Take off the headset so I can actually see the keyboard, because I do not have one of those snazzy VR headsets that has the pass-through vision, or whatever you call it. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's go through fuel on, chip forward, that. I can't even remember what the knob is for IFF. I'll deal with the radios and whatnot in a moment. Right now, I just want to make sure I can remember how to even turn this thing on. Okay, let's try the throttle. Okay, should be off and on. Just go up to start, and let's start the motor. So I can remember how to do that.
Clear.
Oh, and everything's gone dark. Okay, I have movement of the blades, so at least I've gotten that far. Alright, so in the meantime, well, I can see the controls. Let's try it without the dome light. Not so much. Okay, which one are these? Okay, so that's the overhead. Pedestal is that lot down there. Secondary instruments. So I gotta kind of hold it up here while I... Oh, that's what they were, okay. Okay, now I can see them reasonably well. Right, so the next thing to do is set the course and the radar altimeter. I think should be on. Nope, that wasn't it. Maybe it was on the first time. Maybe it takes a moment or two. Right, we'll come back to that. Okay, so I'm going for 60 because that's what the magnet says. bit annoying. No, that's 30. So my other problem is I've noticed in the last few months my eyesight has started going bad at close range, which can be an issue, I guess, in a... I must have forgotten how to set this thing. Oh, hang on, there we go. Alright. So, after finally figuring that much out, let's see if I can do the radios. Oh my god, the brightness. Alright. Company headquarters is 40.85, which is this one over here, somewhere. Did I lose it? Okay, that panel needs to come up a little bit. Should be the pedestal, I think. Okay, that was a bit too much. Okay, 40.85, and let's turn it on. No, that wasn't it. There we go. And Anderson is 1262. Probably should have told you how to speed ahead to when I actually get going. Let's turn that on. Okay. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Probably should have asked permission to start up. Better late than never. Okay. I have homing. I have this. The last thing I have to do is remember how the hell to turn on my night vision. Okay. That looks like that. So in the meantime, I will turn this off for now. That's really loud. And right. Last question is what direction are we going? It should be 246. So that's done. Throttle up. Oh, master caution is still on. There we go. Gauges appear to be green. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Oh, now I'm clear to taxi. That's awfully nice of you. Fly to company headquarters. Okay. Yes, I am 9 months out of practice here. 2, 4. Good enough. Right. So, what has been happening the last 9 months? Obviously, I'm not going to be counting golf courses this time around. I've been basically doing a lot of stuff. I've been heavily involved in the Army. We did a warfighter, which is a division level exercise. I was the division chief of operations, which in this context, because we were a little bit short-staffed, meant that I got to run the division at night. I was a senior man on duty. And all I had to do was make sure when the general came in the morning that I hadn't broken his division. And I think I did okay with that.
Have you flown any night missions? No, and I don't get it. Why can't we resupply during daytime? Oh, it's an emergency resupply, which means it's likely to be a hot LZ. We'll find out soon.
this way, just keep ourselves in direction. The position G33 current operations is basically making sure that the plan is proceeding as required. So there's a lot of troubleshooting, coordination, last minute stuff. It's not actually much by way of the planning, but you still need to be on your toes. That was done. The next thing to do was to go take over command of a cavalry squadron. So after 4 years I've left division headquarters. And indeed, after 4 years, I am back to being 10 years. I'm back to being in the line. Let's see. I am looking for. That's probably the crane in the distance there. And I'm a little left of center. The NVGs here are definitely on the grainy side.
This is Blackjack 2-1, 2 mics from your facility for landing instructions, over. Roger that, 2-1. You're cleared via direct. Land on the northern pad. We're moving the ammo crates there.
Oh, good.
Wilco, clear to the northern pad, 2-1.
There they are. Smoke trails like that, probably phantoms. Alright, that's on the army side of the house. Then civilian side, well, I did finish Brutality. I did, plenty to keep me going on the primary channel, on the military history channel. My thesis is finally done. It's going through final review now, and then it'll go to... How did I lose a base? Is that it there? No, that's not it. It's around here somewhere. Oh, wait, that looks like one. Yep, and 2 helo pads. Alright. So anyway, thesis is going through final review, so that obviously took no small amount of time. I mean, talk about a disincentive to go for a doctorate. I don't know if I'll do that or not. It's kind of interesting. I'm sort of... Okay, I'm vaguely looking where the needles are compared to where they should be. You really have to crane your head to see where you're going. Alright, there we go. Whoop, too far. And I'm climbing. Coming back to DCS after a 9-month break is interesting. Okay, this is almost the sort of thing I have to do by feel as much as by looking at the instruments, because I can't see out the window and see the instruments at the same time. Oh, too low. Okay, I see people waiting. Alright, incoming. Oh, good lord, am I out of practice at landing. This could be a very short video where there'll be multiple retakes, and of course you'll only see the last edit. Alright, in we go. Where's the ammo you said you were moving? Oh, that's where the wind is. Ha! Suddenly the ammunition has appeared. Ah. Hey, I'm 113. Right, now what? Where are we going? Turn this off.
Listen, we have a situation. One of our units has been in contact with the enemy for the past 36 hours and they're almost out of ammo and water. They need these crates. Their lives depend on it. Their position is at the northern end of the Fina Valley Reservoir. Expect a hot LZ. These are not just peasants with AKs, but Filipino or Chinese regulars. Contact Victor 1 Delta on 31.1.
311. Okay.
Roger that. We'll fly as
311.
fast as we can.
No, I'll fly as fast as I can safely manage it. Fly to the reservoir. Okay, well, let's have a look at the map. As I'm feeling around, trying to remember what the buttons are. Okay, so I'm here. The reservoir is... looks like it there, I guess. So let's do, we'll say about 200, 210, something like that. All right. Here we go. Safest thing to do is just leap up. I don't know what it'll do to the EGT. Oh, that's the throttle. Hang on. Let's try the collective. Ah, sorry. Okay, that's not right. No, it's 120. Let's go right. Yeah, towards the airport. That's probably a bit more like it. Which, considering it is out of use, they're very convenient or very helpful in leaving it up. Let's go about 210. I'm not getting anything on the Homer though. It's a bit annoying.
Jeez. A hot LZ at night? Let's make sure we approach with our lights out. A heading of 215 should take us there.
Well, they could have told me that earlier before I did all the maths. All right. Maths. It was a swag, scientific, wild-ass guess. Ooh, I forgot to turn the inverter on. Well, hopefully that's not important. I have no idea what way that is set. Alright, in the meantime, I've gone way off kilter here. Okay, I have an idea. Why didn't I hit the autopilot button? I know there's one here somewhere. Okay, well, I've futzed with this now. What's the inverter go off? I think the inverter goes off once we're up in that, don't we? Oh well. What does that say?
Blackjack 2-1. Blackjack 2-1, are you receiving?
Okay, it says inverter.
This is Blackjack 2-1. Go ahead, over.
Maybe it does need to be on then.
2-1, we have another situation. One of our alert teams needs an emergency extraction 3 clicks southwest of the reservoir.
Okay, what do you want me to do first?
Resupply.
Oh.
Contact Alpha 3 on 38.8. Over. Roger, 38.8. Over.
Alright, after the
Looks
resupply.
like we're in for a busy night.
Well, just what I need at night. Okay. Speed up a little bit, take off the autopilot. There we go. Somehow I feel like I've forgotten to do something. But one of the downsides of not having a pass-through on the VR is it's really inconvenient to check the manual. So like most folks, I'm pretty much in the Chuck's guides. So I remember, you know, just on a short term how I'm doing things. So I'm a little off kilter here. Oh, no, hang on. So I've also been playing Flight Simulator, and of course the collective and the throttle are reversed. So you know you shove the stick forward or the throttle forward, for a regular airplane to climb, whereas on a helicopter you pull the collective back. Actually, I'm kind of enjoying FS 2024. It has some nice features. I'm not sure about the whole server-based business. I think I'd rather sacrifice the hard drive space. I mean, I have an SSD. Why shouldn't I use it if the problem is speed? Surely it should be up to me to decide how much space I have to use up. Am I getting I'm just looking at my Homer, but I'm not getting any movement on the Homer at all.
Hey Kelly, look up Victor 1 Delta's frequency on your keyboard, will you?
Well, I did. 31.1.
It's 31.1. Thanks, it's time to get in touch with him.
Well, at this point, the implied task is, hey, Kelly, will you set the radio for 31.1 while I'm flying? But apparently he's not capable of doing that. Besides, I've already
Victor
done
1,
it.
Delta, Victor 1, Delta, this is Blackjack 2-1, over. Victor 1, Delta, Victor 1, Delta, this is Blackjack 2-1, over.
Oh, that's not good.
Blackjack 2-1, this is Victor 1 Delta, receiving you, Lima Charlie.
Oh, goody.
Roger, we're 05 from your position. What's your enemy situation, over?
We're surrounded by gooks!
It's bad, we got about 50 gooks in the tree line south of us.
Close.
We're heading down a large clearing just by the lake. We've got several KIAs, we're running low on ammo, over.
Copy that. Enemy troops at the southern edge PLZ.
Alright, well, he set to return fire, so... Radio has been failing there, so the amount of people on the radio when you give a radio check, how do you read? You'll say 5x5 or Lima Charlie or loud and clear or whatever. So no, the actual response to radio check over is Roger over, to which is Roger out. That's assuming that you can hear well enough. If you can't, what we got here? And I need to find my H key again. That wasn't it. Either was that. Okay, autopilot. Ah! Wrong button. There it is. And that's autopilot off. Because the position is, once you know, if you can hear him, just say I can hear you. Yep, that's definitely an LZ.
Hey, look, there's a lake, and there's fire over there.
If you can hear him, you don't need to say.
Muzzle flashes and tracers. Gunner, go on.
5x5, you just leave it unsaid, because you know why transmit more than you need to. Now we went away from it, of course, in the periods of time when we had so much, you know, they were attacking right next to the ammo depot. When you had so much comm security, when the opposition didn't really have much by way of ELINT. Oh, we're shooting that way too? Oh joy. To track you down. But it's become back in vogue again. Okay, let's turn us around here. Oh, there's the smoke. Ah, flying over water at night. Ugh. Hopefully I remember to turn my lights off. Okay, I see people by the smoke, so hopefully that's our guys. And that's not good.
Taking fire! We're taking fire!
Are you all alive still? That was one of the worst landings. Hopefully I didn't decapitate anybody. Why did he stop shooting?
All clear, let's go, let's go!
Locate 3 clicks southwest of the reservoir, so, okay. It was 38.8, I think he said.
Shit, that was insane.
Well, as long as I didn't damage the helo or anybody else.
Okay, time to contact the LRP team.
Yeah, but I need to go to 38.8 first. Hang on. Alpha 3. Autopilot. Check. Ah. This is tricky. Score 1430. Track IR.
Alpha 3, this is Blackjack 2-1, over. This is Alpha 3, go ahead.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way
Alpha
entirely.
3, we're inbound to your posit over the reservoir now.
Oh, wrong button again.
Roger, we're on a mountain top about 3 clicks southwest. Roger, pop smoke when you hear us. Negative smoke. Charlie's close. I will not disclose our location, over.
Okay, I don't know what I was hitting, but it wasn't. Shift H. Use the F10 radio menu to request a long count in order to use FM homing. Okay. Request a long count.
Alpha 3, give me a long count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
On top of a hill? Try that again.
Alpha 3, give me a long count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Direct front.
9, 10.
Oh, hang on. Look, I got peoples. And a fire. Okay, that must be them. Okay.
You gotta get us out of here, Q1. The gooks are all around us.
Working on it.
Roger, how far are they? Real fucking close. I can smell their armpits, man.
Okay, let's see if I can avoid killing anybody this time.
There they are. We're right on top of them.
Yeah. Working on it. Oh, good lord, landing in HUDs is really difficult. Is that close enough? Yes, they're running. Is that a Humvee? They're leaving their Humvee behind? Oh crap. Time to go.
Alright, let's get them back to HQ.
they done shooting at me? Yep, I guess so. Alright. Well, that way's a good start while I figure out the buttons. And yet again, I have to figure out where the heck Shift H is on this keyboard. Shift H, okay. And I will set autopilot. Nah, it's not autopilot. There we go. That was autopilot. Kneeboard. 48.5. What's the point of having a co-pilot if he doesn't do anything? Okay, I'm a little left of center. Okay, we'll just fly right over the firefight. Go ahead and shoot while we go by. Looking for the exhaust engine gauge. Okay, I have a master caution for something.
On guard, all units south of the International Airport. Be advised that a B-52 Arclight raid is hitting Accra Harbor in 02 mics.
I'm going to assume that was
Let's get out of here before the buffs arrive.
due to the underspeed when I just yoiked up on the collective. Technical term. Yeah, I guess we're a bit too far for you to shoot, but I don't know, if I were him, I'd shoot a bit. There you go. Get some! I mean, I presume what he's doing, he's just aiming at the tracer. Because if he can see something and I can't... I wonder how good helicopter night vision actually was back in Vietnam. Oh, come on, it's a machine gun. Just hold the trigger down. You're not being paid to bring ammunition home. Autopilot on. I can relax a little bit. And on we go. So hopefully that was the end of it. If we can avoid crashing stupidly on the way back. Oh, it's definitely been a while. What else is going to happen on here? So I do have to get back to the Irish Rail thing, part 2. Yeah, I know there have been issues with installs. We'll fix that later. Other games, not much. I've gone back to Railroader every now and then. I'm up to tier 5 and everything, if anybody cares about that. Tried out Sea-Power. I'm not going to do a video on that for now. I'm going to wait for the game to be debugged a little bit. It's... There are arguments to playing a game shortly after it comes out. And I'm not really contributing much to the discussion on how to fix it. So I'm just going to wait for it to get fixed. And I'll come back to it then. Otherwise, I haven't had the time to do anything at all. I mean, I'm booked out until God knows when. So you use half your ammo. Look at that. Half your ammunition still has to be expended. It's a lot easier to just burn the ammo than to give it back. It's sometimes called a spend ammunition exercise. Highly inefficient, but if the paperwork is so awful to turn it in, you can understand why people don't. When you see flashlights on the golf course because people are knocking the ball, doing some last minute practice at night. Maybe. I mean, that looks like a golf course, or it looks like green with bunkers. Maybe it's not. What, now you're not making any conversation or smart-ass remarks? Useless, are you? Alright, let's see if I can remember how to get the radio station up. Where's my controller? 117.2. Very short playlist on this station, I'm afraid to say. Kind of curious how, if we move on to gunnery type missions, how you're supposed to do this and fly at the same time. I guess it's maybe a handoff to the co-pilot or something. I'll figure that out later. A little bit off center as I feel around for my controllers. I've been keeping an eye. I'm using, if you don't know, a Pimax 8KX. I've been keeping an eye on Pimax for the Crystal or 12K, if that ever shows up. But I'm not in a position to do that. The people I know that have said gone from the 8K to the Crystal have said it's a great headset. But I am going to wait, I think, because this is plenty good enough.
Perth, this is 2-1. We're 05 from you with Alpha 3 on board, over. Roger, it's good to hear you, 2-1. You're clear direct to the pads, over.
Yay. And the other annoyance is that, well, when I bought my PC, I got an AMD chip and an AMD graphics card. What am I using now? It's like a 7900 XT, so it's pretty reasonable. And the reason I did was partly for cost, because AMD is cheaper, and partly because the way the chip and the RAM card will use each other's assets a bit. Unfortunately, I've discovered that Pimax doesn't support AMD at all. And when I had an issue, I'm talking to them with tech support, they were astonished that I was able to get the settings that I was on my computer using an AMD card. And then they said, look, if you can get it to work, fantastic, but we ain't supporting you. We'll only support you if you've got NVIDIA, because apparently NVIDIA do VR better than AMD, for whatever reason. So this PC is not due for a replacement or upgrade for a while. But if I do, then a question has to be asked of whether or not I'm going to stick with AMD or move to NVIDIA. And if I do move to NVIDIA, do I stick with AMD for the chipset for the CPU, or do I go with Intel? Decisions. I've not been using AMD for a while. I really don't have much of an issue with it. Well, still on course. Turn down the music just a tad here. And there's our hotel. So you probably have been fast forwarding. If you haven't, then I salute you for your persistence. wonder if it's... no, I was debating going in without using the HUDs, not HUDs, the NVGs. But somehow I have a feeling I would run into a tree. I made a very horrible judgment call. Well, not too horrible because I survived. But one of the things you're not supposed to do when you're flying VFR is fly in mountains. And the Sierra Nevadas are just a touch higher than your Cessna will go without oxygen. There's, at least if you're staying clear of the highest mountain within X many kilometers. So I'm kind of going in between the mountaintops, going over the saddles, and I slightly misjudged the time going west. So as I'm somewhere approaching Truckee, it's really starting to get dark. And it's a full race. I mean, the heck with cruise speed or anything. Oh wait, hang on a second. I might be overflying it now. Trying to get over that last ridge line before it gets completely black, and I absolutely barely make it. I get over the there it is. I get over the hill whilst I can still see the hill, but when I land at stead, it is just totally black and all I can see are the runway lights. And it's going, okay, that was... let's not do that again. And that was a complete misjudge. I mean, obviously I had planned to get over the mountains before it got too dark. But as you can imagine, the idea of flying around where you can't see the terrain that you're about to crash into is something you probably want to avoid. Where's that? There it is. Speaking of terrain you don't want to crash into, a large crane would probably count. Start down a little bit. Oopsie. Too high. Okay, I need to kind of stabilize this approach a little bit here. I was doing much better with the Cessna. Yeah, a little low. A lot low. At least there's nobody on the ground that I can decapitate this time. Oh, no, I lied. There's somebody walking around up there. Nudge forward so I'm actually on the pad. There we go. Okay, I might be a little bit too close. There we go. There, everybody out. And off we go.
Thank you guys. You saved our lives back there. Terrific flying.
Let's shove this up.
Don't mention it, just doing our jobs.
All clear!
Alright, let's go. Look out, lads. Where did all that ammo come from?
Earth, this is Lizard 7. We are inbound to your facility from the north for landing instructions. Over.
Lizard 7, you're clear to the pads. Watch for traffic. There's another Huey about to take off. Over.
Too late, we're already up.
Roger, we are looking for the traffic.
Well, that looks
All
like
right, let's
Anderson.
go back to Anderson. I can't wait to hit the sack.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I do not see. Another kilo. This is some unfriendly terrain. Let's turn on some lights. Exterior lights. On, we'll go with dim, let's not overdo it. Anti-collision, yep, probably a good idea. Let's see what I look like. Well, the beacon is visible. In fairness, if he's running NVGs as well, the beacon might. So that was the beacon? Yep, alright. So they call that the anti-collision light, but again, I've been flying a Cessna, and it was listed as a beacon on the Cessna's control panel. I don't remember seeing those B-52s either. Wrong button again. Alright. Oh, I found the B-52. Probably should have told Anderson I'm coming.
OZ-21, inbound.
Sorry. Which also means they're right in the way of the runway, so let's get out of the runway flight path before something runs into me. Not very talkative, Anderson. Kind of curious at the end of this to see what damage I took. No warning lights, so maybe just a case of patching a few holes. When I was in Afghanistan, we had a sniper team link up with some French and American special forces. They were doing an OP on top of a hill. They ended up in a hot extraction. The French Air Force came along, and the French Army, whoever it is that flies the Caracals and the Tigers. Turned out to be the Turned out to be the Tigers' first combat mission, and it was recorded. I saw the whole video. It's part of it is on YouTube. Yeah, you have to find RPG a Riposte, is what it was called. And the video description doesn't say that there's any Americans getting picked up, but there actually were some Americans getting picked up. And my lads will not have a word said against them, against the French pilots that picked them up. So the first time they tried landing, it was just too hot for the Caracals. Didn't go in apparently. The second time they went in with a gunship escort, turned hot, and they said they heard the bullets coming off the airframe. And the Tigers did what attack helicopters do to personnel in the open on a hillside. I honestly don't know if the overall mission was a success or not. I guess I didn't need to know that bit. I just needed to know that my guys were came back safe. Okay, I should have paid attention as to which departure point I went. I think it was the nearest on the left. I wonder if there are any F-105s in this game. Oh, now think about it, F-104s. They can represent one of the National Guard units here in Vietnam. Oh, why do you do that? The hell was that? Is it safe to land? Well, I didn't get a wave off. Enemy in the wire. And that is not how you land. Nope, definitely not how you land.
Hey Wilson, CO wants to see you in his hooch. Now.
Yeah, well, not because of that. I didn't do that. Yep, somebody's definitely... And the fire went out. Somebody was definitely in trouble on that one. Alright, well, it's been a while. Hopefully it won't be so long before the next one. I was hoping that was a Jeep, but now it's a tug. And, right, I'll see you back for mission 7. Alright, take care.